everybody, I'm Latrina Patrick with Greater Vision Consulting. That's my firm that specializes in working with nonprofit organizations to help you build your capacity. Please check out my website at www.greatervisionconsulting.com to find out more about the services that I offer to nonprofit organizations. Today I want to talk to you about the things that you need to be looking at when you are considering responding to an RFP. A lot of the times I get my content for my videos from questions that I get asked through email or in person, and today I'm responding to a question that I recently received about RFPs. And there are three things I want you to consider when you are considering whether or not you want to respond to a request for proposals. In particular, when you are responding to federal government agencies who have big money they are about to award. So these are very simple things, but they are very critical things. So number one, the first thing you want to look at is what it is they're looking to fund. In particular, you want to make sure that what they're trying to fund aligns with your organization's mission and your goals and objectives. If you are trying to make it fit or trying to go outside of your scope of expertise just to try to go after the money because it may be worth a shot, then I really want to dissuade you from doing that. There is a lot of competition getting grants anyway, and the closer you can align your mission with what they want to fund, that ups your chances of being funded. So don't try to go out of your scope just to fit the criteria. Make sure that it's an easy alignment and that it's a natural fit for you. So look at what they want to fund. The second thing, I want you to look at when the proposals are due. I say this because on average, federal grants are only going to give you about 30 to 45 days to respond for most grants. There are some exceptions with housing type of grants or HUD grants, but for these types of grants, you're typically going to have about 30 to 45 days. The reason why that's important is because you need to realize that most federal grants, with few exceptions, are not looking to fund startup programs or give you seed money to get something going. Those are more like research grants and pilot grants. They allow for that type of stuff, but the average programmatic grant is not. So when you have 30 to 45 days to respond, that tells you that they are not looking for something to start over and to kick off brand new. They want to invest in programs and organizations that are already qualified to do what it is they're asking them to do. So if you're brand new looking for an opportunity to get in on some federal money, this is really not the way you want to go. So check when the grant is actually due. The third and most important thing, and this is really what was the catalyst for this video, is you want to look at how much the agency is actually going to award overall, and you want to see how many organizations they plan to make an award to. This is critical because, as I said earlier, the process of applying for federal money is extremely competitive. So if you see that, say they are giving $12 million and they want to give it out over, say, 30 to 40 organizations, that's a pretty good average. That's pretty okay. But if you see that they are trying to give out a particular amount of funding and they only want to fund, say, 3 or 4 organizations or 5 organizations, that's a red flag. And that is an indicator that this is going to be an extremely competitive process, even more so than normal. And they really pretty much have some organizations or types of institutions in mind when they narrow their focus that much. So there's not a lot of money, or if it is a lot of money, they only want to award large chunks of it to a very few and very select organizations. This is going to save you a tremendous amount of time and resources and money, especially if you have to allocate funds to have someone write that grant for you or take away from a key member on your team to take them away from other projects to focus on this grant that the likelihood is you're never going to get. So make sure you are looking at these things and not just looking at how much money they're awarding, or what they're trying to fund. You want to make sure that there's enough money to go around for a lot of different organizations. And those are some key things I want you to consider whenever you are presented with an RFP that piques your interest. So I hope you find this information helpful. As I said, if you want more information about me or my organization and the services I provide, please go to my website at www.greatervisionconsulting.com. Also, if you want to send me a question or just send me a comment, please send me an email at lpatrick@greatervisionconsulting.com. And finally, go over to my website and subscribe to my newsletter. That way you will be the first in line to get grant announcements that I send out and just my blogs and just key information or videos that I find helpful for you. So I hope you'll make sure you run over to my website and subscribe right away. So that's it for now. I look forward to seeing you next time. Talk to you soon. Bye.